This is the game you've been waiting for. It's a direct apology for the missteps of the past and a love letter to the formula that made the series great. Hey, and welcome back to Worth the Hype, the show where we go boots on the ground with the biggest new releases to see if they're worth your hard-earned cash. I'm Messy Dev, and today we are tackling a titan of the shooter genre, a game carrying the weight of a franchise on its shoulders. This is Battlefield 6. Let's not beat around the bush. The last few years have been rough for Battlefield fans. Battlefield 2042 was, to put it mildly, a disaster at launch. It abandoned series staples, chased trends, and left a scar on the community. So when EA and DICE announced Battlefield 6 with a staggering $400 million budget and a promise to return to the series' roots, the hype was mixed with a heavy dose of skepticism. Is this the glorious comeback we've all been waiting for? A true successor to the golden age of Battlefield 3 and 4? Or is it just another empty promise? I've been digging through the intel from the beta, analyzing every trailer, and I'm here to tell you if Battlefield 6 is worth the hype. And the early signs are pointing to a resounding yes. Battlefield 6 looks to be a confident, spectacular, and intelligent return to form that rights the wrongs of its predecessor and delivers the all-out warfare experience that fans have been craving. First, the big news for many. A full single-player campaign is back. Set in 2027, you'll be part of an elite Marine Raider unit called Dagger 13, fighting a rogue private military company named Pax Armada that's trying to topple a fractured NATO. It's a classic globe-trotting military thriller, and after the purely multiplayer focus of 2042, having a cinematic, story-driven experience to sink your teeth into is a massive win. The cast is stacked with talent, and the promise of a narrative-focused adventure is a huge selling point for those who missed the war stories of past Battlefield games. This is the make or break part, and it's where DICE seems to have listened. The controversial specialists from 2042 are gone. In their place, the classic 4-class system is back and better than ever. Assault, the frontline run and gunner. Engineer, the vehicle-destroying, vehicle-repairing backbone of any armor push. Support, the mobile medic and ammo supplier. Recon, the long-range eye in the sky. Each class has a clear role, and while you can technically use any weapon, each class gets unique perks for their preferred weapon types, encouraging smart squad composition. This is the rock, paper, scissors team-based gameplay that made Battlefield special, and it's back in full force. And the gameplay feels like classic Battlefield, but modernized. The new kinesthetic combat system adds the ability to drag wounded teammates to cover before reviving them, a small change that creates incredible cinematic moments. The destruction is more tactical and granular than ever, allowing you to blow holes in walls and collapse floors to create new sightlines and flanking routes. This isn't the scripted levolution of the past, it's dynamic, player-driven chaos. And the scale? After the chaotic 128 player matches of 2042, DICE has wisely returned to 64 player lobbies for the core modes. This creates a more focused, tactical experience where individual squads can make a real impact without sacrificing that signature feeling of being a small part of a massive battle. And hey, if you enjoy these breakdowns and want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/messydev. Big shout out to Grimlock and Bolus for fueling the grind. You guys keep this possible. So, what's the catch? Well, the biggest one is the shadow of Battlefield 2042. DICE has made all the right promises, and the beta was largely well received, but many players are understandably wary. The launch of 2042 was so damaging that it's going to take more than a good beta to fully win back the community's trust. This game needs to be rock solid on day one. Second, while the return to the BF3 and BF4 formula is exactly what most fans wanted, some critics have called it a safe move. If you were hoping for a revolutionary new direction for the series, this might feel more like a greatest hits album than a bold new record. It's a refinement, not a reinvention. Finally, there's that $400 million budget. That's an astronomical number, and it puts immense pressure on the game to be a massive commercial success. This could lead to aggressive monetization down the line, and it means that if the game doesn't hit its sales targets, the future of the franchise could be in jeopardy. This isn't just a game, it's an all-in bet for EA. So after the disastrous launch of its predecessor and years of waiting, is Battlefield 6 worth the hype? If you are a longtime Battlefield fan who was burned by 2042 and has been yearning for a return to the glory days, then it is an enthusiastic yes. This is the game you've been waiting for. It's a direct apology for the missteps of the past and a love letter to the formula that made the series great. If you are a newcomer to the series looking for a massive scale tactical military shooter, then yes, this is the perfect place to jump in. It represents the best of what Battlefield has to offer, with modern graphics and refined gameplay. However, if you are still skeptical after 2042 and want to be absolutely sure before you commit, then it's wise to wait for the final reviews. The beta was promising, but the true test will be the stability and content of the launch version. There's no shame in waiting to see if DICE can stick the landing. But for me, the hype is real. Battlefield 6 looks like a powerful, confident, and necessary course correction. It's a game that understands its identity, respects its players, and is poised to deliver the epic, only in Battlefield moments that we've been missing for far too long. It's not just worth the hype, it's the comeback story the genre needs. But that's a before you buy. You know how this goes by now. I give you some pros, some cons, and some personal opinion, and now I want to hear yours down in the comments. Are you enlisting for Battlefield 6 on day one? What class are you maining? Let's talk about it. If you found this video helpful, clicking the like button is a huge help to us and we really appreciate it. And if you want to stay informed on all the latest releases, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the battlefield.